Welcome to Crypto Daily. My name is Dustin Knaus, and be sure to follow our show wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Well, something I found interesting came out. Despite Jamie Dimon's hatred of Bitcoin, JPMorgan has come out predicting that Bitcoin will hit $146,000 in the long term. But they do warn that due to its volatility, there will likely be a time that the price drops to about $35,000. One of the reasons that they believe an extreme drop is inevitable is that the current price point is unattractive, which I totally understand. A lot of people still think of it as too late to get into Bitcoin. When they hear $61,000 for a coin, they feel like they just can't afford it. A lot of people don't think about the fact that you can put just about any amount of money into Bitcoin and just own a fraction of one. We think very much in the terms of ones and zeros, which is why altcoins seem so much more appealing. Anyway, to keep on the topic of Bitcoin, Square reported a profit of $42 million from Bitcoin in the third quarter of 2021. Although this is a big number, it was actually a decline from the second quarter of this year. A big part of that contributed to the slower growth that we've seen in the third quarter, minimizing the amount of profits that were generated. Now, I also wanted to give you guys some updates on previous things that we talked about. Binance has come out saying that they are launching an investigation with their security team to find out who created the Squid Game scam. They said they are doing so to support the greater crypto community as a whole. Unfortunately, scams like this are hard to stop and catch early because blockchain networks are open source. It's one of its biggest assets and also its flaw. But Binance has put together a list of red flags on how to spot a scam, which I'll probably devote more time into in a future episode. If you want to read their list, a link to the doc will be in our show notes. And when it comes to Shiba Inu, the CEO of a major crypto exchange says that he is going to hold despite the recent dip. Johnny Liu of Qcoin has said that meme coins like Doge and SHIB really show the power of a community. It's their passion that's really driving the value of these coins up. And that's something that we've specifically seen with the SHIB army. They've put together a petition of nearly 500,000 signatures at this point to get Robinhood to list Shiba Inu. Now, if you haven't signed it yet, I suggest you go to change.org and join the push. There will also be a link to that in our show notes. Well, now it's time to shift our focus over to the world of NFTs. In China, the company AntChain is teaming up with museums to create and sell digital 3D models of items that they have on exhibit. For example, recently a collection of models made from a tin sword owned by the Chinese king Guzhan of the Yu Kingdom about 2,500 years ago just sold out on October 29th. The collection totaled 10,000 copies of the model. The benefits of these 3D models is that the owner can not just zoom in on the object, but they can also spin it around and really see it from all different angles. AntChain is working with museums who own intellectual properties like the Forbidden Cities Palace Museum and Hunan Provincial Museum to digitize their valuable holdings. AntChain is also developing more interactive models, working with things like augmented reality. There is a catch, however. NFTs are not allowed to be resold. The items are locked to its original owner for at least 180 days. After that, the owner is allowed to gift it to a verified contact, but no monetary transaction is allowed. And if you're into luxury items, there's a new marketplace for you called LuxFi. LuxFi is designated to work with manufacturers and retailers to authenticate real-world items and make sure that they are from a luxury maker and not just some knockoff. LuxFi is built on the Ethereum chain and has its own token, LXF. The token has multiple functions on its platform. It can be used to stake, and members who stake can also win NFT mystery boxes. The tokens can also be used to authenticate items, to list physical items on the marketplace, and you can use it to have your luxury items stored at a safe local custody. The platform will launch on November 8th, so keep an eye out for it. If you're interested in signing up for our newsletter, please go to cryptodailyshow.com. There you can also find links to where you can follow me on social media. Please follow our show wherever you listen to podcasts and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you get your podcast on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment there. I'm Dustin Knaus. Thank you for joining me.